Hey gang, I am a huge proponent of keeping one of these portable air compressors in your vehicle at all times. They come in so useful and you never know when you're gonna need them. I've always been a very big fan of the Fantic line of these little battery powered air compressors, again from Fantic. I've done quite a few reviews on these Fantic models. This is the X8 and I keep this in my truck all the time. I've had it in there for 2 years. The battery does not deplete. I might pull it out every 3 or 4 months and top it off, but I keep it in my truck all the time. And I also use it to air up my rear air suspension in my truck when we're towing the RV. I use this to air up the airbags. So that's why I keep this in my truck all the time. And this guy, I can honestly say I literally use every single day. This is their little, they call it like a motorcycle inflator. It's just their little mini inflator. But I had to buy a Presta valve hose to connect to this. And this is what I use to air up my bike tires every morning before I go out on my ride, because those tires deplete overnight every single time. And I literally use this thing every day for the last year. It's been awesome. So that brings me to, I want to test out this. So LASFIT asked me if I would test this out, and I thought I would be a pretty good candidate because I do use these Fantics all the time. And this apparently is made for larger truck tires, which is good for me. It's got a few upgrades over the Fantics, and it's around the same price. This is around $99 on sale. I think typically it's around $129, which is about the same price as this, the newer model of the X8. This is the older model, but the newer model is around the same price. I'm gonna test it out, guys. This is gonna be a short and sweet video, but I'm gonna compare it airing up my truck tires from this LASFIT to this Fantic model and see if there really is a difference. But I can tell you, this thing is much beefier than my Fantic. It's a much bigger unit. It's a little bit heavier, but that's okay. And it comes in this little carrying case. The Fantics come in a little bag. This one came in a bag. This one didn't come with anything. So I do like that it has a little case that you can throw in your car or your truck to keep all the cords and stuff put together. But this guy, again, they're marketing it as more for your larger tires. And according to their website, this has upgraded M1 Pro dual cylinder. So whatever that means, I don't know, but that's what they're pushing. So this does have a much larger lithium ion battery in it. This has a 44 watt hour battery, whereas this Fantic that I've been using has, I believe, a 28.8 watt hour battery. So this one has a much bigger battery than the Fantic that I've been using. Now on paper, this can inflate up to 150 PSI, yada, 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 all that good stuff. It does have a USB-C and a USB-A on the end, so you can use this as just a power bank if you want to, if you need to charge up your phone. On the back here, it's got a little rubber flap where you can store some of your extra nozzles, which is nice because this Fantic doesn't have any type of storage on it or a case. So I like being able to put some of the extra like Presta valve adapters and whatnot in the back of this and close it up so you always have those little adapters with you. And when you turn it on, just press and hold the middle button. It does have a little LED light up front that's gonna have all your SOS modes and blinking modes, whatever. But it comes with this really long cigarette style charging adapter to your barrel input that you can charge this thing up via your car cigarette style adapter. Just plug it in, plug this into your car or truck and charge it on the go. If you do have to use it out on a road trip or something, you can charge it back up after you get the tire inflated. You get two 18-inch hoses. These are the exact same hoses, but they give you a spare one. You only get one with the Fantic. So nice hoses, nothing really special about that. You got a red one and a black one. There's no difference between the two. You just get two of them. And then in this little baggie is where you're gonna have your basketball, your ball inflator, your raft inflator, and your Presta valve adapter to go from Schrader valve to Presta valve. So that's nice that this came with a Presta valve because my Fantics didn't. I had to buy this extra hose separate so I can air up my Presta valve bike tires. And of course your case. So that's really it, guys. There's not a whole lot to go over. So this does have a few modes on it. So you press and hold the center button right here. Wait for those 4 lights to turn on. Then you're on. Then you see you've got your car icon. You can press this bottom button down here and it's gonna go to your bicycle, to I guess a motorcycle and a ball. And these are basically all the same. It just limits how high up in PSI you can go. So if I'm on the car setting and I hit the plus button, 65 is the highest PSI. If I go to bicycle, I can go all the way up to 150 PSI. Same for this. I guess that's a motorcycle, 55 PSI, ball setting, 15 PSI. It all puts out the same air, guys. It just limits how high you can go up. And once you hit your desired PSI, this thing's gonna shut off. So I'm gonna go to my car setting, and I keep my truck tires at 40. So I'm gonna set this thing to 40 PSI. And when this starts airing up your tire, when it gets to 40 PSI, it's automatically gonna stop. So you don't have to sit there and watch it and turn it off when you get to 40 PSI. This thing's gonna cut off automatically. And to get this hose installed on this, there's a little quick connect, and this is the same shape as that hole. So you just kind of line up these flanges and you turn and you can hear it lock. So we are there. So I'm gonna go deflate my truck tire. I'm just gonna put it to around 29 or 30 PSI, not a completely dead flat tire. That's really not what these are for, but I'm gonna put it to around 29 PSI. Then we're gonna take a measurement of how long it takes to get from that PSI all the way up to 40 and then compare it to that Fantic. All right, see if I can get the screen where you guys can see it, but the top number is, I'm at 31 PSI actually. I've got it set to 40 PSI, got it connected up to the tire. So we're gonna get this thing on a tripod. Okay, I got my stopwatch set to 0, and we're gonna hit start. All right, that actually didn't take as long as I thought. That took us 2 minutes and 30 seconds to air up to the 40 PSI. And I don't know if this is gonna come through on camera or not at 40 PSI. All right, I'm gonna air this back down to 30 PSI and hook up the Fantic and see if we can beat 2 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, so I got the Fantic hooked up. We're at 31 PSI, just like the other tire. I've got it set to 40 PSI. Got my clock set to 0. So now we're gonna time it to see which is faster. Okay, and go. Holy cow, guys. That, I wouldn't have believed it if I didn't do this myself. That took 5 minutes and 43 seconds. That is insane. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the LASFIT, 5 minutes and 43 seconds on my all-time favorite Fantic. Wow. Well, there you go, folks. I would not have believed that if you told me that this thing was over 3 minutes faster than my all-time favorite Fantic. And I kind of feel a little bit weird because I pushed this thing last year, which is why I've been using it and keeping it in my truck for the past year. But and I thought that it aired up my tires pretty fast. I'm honestly a bit shocked that this LASFIT did that in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It took that over 5 minutes. So this thing is more than twice as fast, twice the size battery in it as compared to the Fantic. So I think I know which one I'm going to be keeping in my truck from now on, guys. I'm a little bit shocked. And you know, a couple of things, like the Fantic didn't come with the DC charger. It only comes with one air hose, and it's a little bit shorter too. So to compare the air hoses, you get a much longer air hose with the LASFIT, and you get two of them. You only get one with the Fantic. So good job, LASFIT. I'm shocked, I'm surprised at the results, but I'm glad I got it on video because nobody would believe me if you even care about air compressors. I don't know, I find this stuff kind of fun to do, to test them out, but this thing definitely lived up to its name, being a large tire inflator, and it does it fast, and I'm impressed with it, guys. So I will leave a link for this one so you can find it, so you can test it out yourself. Buy it on Amazon. If you don't like it, return it. Amazon's great like that, so I like it. So guys, this is the LASFIT AIR. And again, a link for this will be down below if you want to check it out. But I'm shocked, I'm surprised, I like it. It's going in my truck. So until next time, see you soon.